know. Do I want to be like every other YouTuber who drops out? No. But do I want to continue? No. Like, I just needed time to like grow without being seen, and I took a break from YouTube, not every other social media, but I got 4 more tattoos since the last time I saw you guys. So I have a boyfriend now. Long time no talk. It's me, Aliyah, and I'm back for real this time. I haven't really been consistent on YouTube since I think March or April of this year, and it's now July by the time you're seeing this. You're probably wondering where I went, what was I doing, So I'm just gonna do a fat ass life update / Q&A. I asked you guys on my new spam account at aliyah after hours. If you don't follow it, you should definitely Now I'm just gonna answer you guys' questions, just give you random updates that come to mind. I didn't plan for anything except ask you guys questions. So this is totally an organic, non-Aliyah planned video. Enough chitter chatter, and I know you guys are probably wondering where the fuck I've been. So let's get into it. So the first question, somebody asked me, they wanted to update it on school, how my first year of college went. It was bad. The worst school year of my life. I don't know like why it was so bad, but it was so bad. My grades ass, my work ethic ass, my desire to be in college plummeting every day, my desire to go back to school little to none. I would say about this much. It's very little. I don't know what I'm still doing in here. Am I gonna continue? I don't know. Do I want to be like every other YouTuber who drops out? No. But do I want to continue? No. What I want to do with my life? I don't know. So somebody asked me, why continue with YouTube? It seems more mentally draining than beneficial. And I wanted to touch on this earlier in the video because I wanted to explain myself. It's not YouTube itself that's mentally draining for me. It's kind of what comes with it that's kind of mentally draining. I would say the only mentally draining part that I wasn't really prepared for was how much numbers would affect me. I love making videos. I've missed this so much. I love making videos of taking pictures. I love everything creative when it comes to digital, art. I love it. Everything that kind of comes after the creating part is what kind of gets me. But over the past couple months, I've just been realizing like there's more to it than the negative parts, which I've really been focusing on the past couple months. And yeah, do you see yourself moving from your sister's place soon? I live with my older sister in her townhome right now just because I don't want to pay $1,000+ on fucking rent. Charlotte, I love you, but that's ridiculous. So I live with my sister. I've been living with my sister since I moved back to Charlotte in December, and I do plan on moving out within the next year or so. I'm just gonna say yeah, because yeah. How did it feel to be on a YouTube break? A lot of my YouTube subscribers are probably confused as fuck because they specifically said YouTube break, and I took a break from YouTube, not every other social media. It was nice having to wake up and like not have to, be obligated to do stuff for YouTube, even though I'm not obligated to do shit for this platform. But it was kind of weird waking up every day after years and years and like not having to do anything for YouTube. So I would say it was just a little awkward. Who's your boyfriend? Come on, give us some tea. So I have a boyfriend now. Can already see the comments. We missed a couple chapters. No, you didn't miss a couple chapters. I just decided not to say anything on YouTube. For one, I wasn't on here, and for two, I didn't feel like it. In a romantic relationship, that's my dog, my best friend, my homie. You guys never seen him before. Surprise, I guess. Let's just say, oh, that's nice in our heads and keep it pushing. Are we outside this summer? Or definitely outside this summer. I've been outside this summer since I would say April. I've been out and about just doing random stuff and just fun stuff with my friends. Do you plan on linking with any content creators soon? I really want to. The question is who and where. I really want to start traveling again. I'm kind of still nervous, but I still really want to link up with some of my YouTube friends and see them and do videos and stuff because I feel like it's fun, and I don't really have anybody in Charlotte who also does YouTube full time. This is a very big question. A lot of people ask me, will you continue the Glow Up Diaries? So if you didn't know, I started a series a month ago or so on my channel where I basically been documenting how I've been changing. I'm not gonna lie to you, I started off that series strong in my humble opinion, but then when I finished my second episode about mental health, I was kind of lost about what I wanted to do, and now I know what I want to do. English, Aliyah, slow down. But I am gonna continue it. There's probably 1 or 2 more episodes left in me for what I want to tell, but then that's gonna be it. So I am gonna continue it. The question is when. I don't know, whenever my creative genius decides to let me be great. Will your content change, or will you go based off what you want to film? Something that I realized earlier this year was that I drastically changed my content kind of without any warning. So I basically went from like big sister college to just like, oh, here's my life, and like the transition to that could have been so much better. But my thing was that I basically did a full 180 on content in a sort of way just for me to be like, why aren't they watching it? Y'all weren't prepared for that. Nobody said, oh, let's do this. I kind of just up and walked into the direction I wanted with no warning, and I have every right to do that, but I definitely could have did it in a better way. And then my thing was, why was I complaining about the low views when I did a full 180 on content without really taking into consideration that's not what you guys are used to? Yeah, and then drastic changes in content also don't do well in the algorithm, so I don't know what was up with me earlier this year, but I understand that fully now. So I'm gonna switch things up a little bit and then also just do what I want to do. But hopefully, I hope you guys like everything. I will say I might do some out-of-pocket videos, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I would just say keep an open mind because you never know what I'm gonna do. Do you have a different mindset mindset when it comes to YouTube after your hiatus? Like, is it now fun more than a job? Earlier this year, because of my content change and just how unhappy I was with my content, and then letting the numbers get to me, and then comments getting to me, I never really let it bother me that much until earlier this year. I don't know what for. I guess it was just because it's like, why do other viewers are obsessed with everything other creators do, but like when I put out a new video, it's like nobody gives a fuck. I definitely say it is now more fun, because before I feel like I wasn't having fun with my life. I wasn't over romanticizing my life, and that was my problem. But now, since I've kind of lived my teenage dream that I've always wanted to live, I feel like I finally got on my hiatus, like, you know, blood ran out of my system. Like, I think I'm fine. I think it's okay to say that it's like more of a fun thing than a job thing now, because now I'm just here to post shit again like I did when I was 12 years old, and I'm honestly having a great time. New tattoos. So while I was gone, I got 4 new tattoos. So since my last transformation video, last tattoos I got was behind my ear, on my finger, and on my rib, but I got 4 more tattoos since the last time I saw you guys. I have a new heart tattoo right here on my upper arm, and then I have another moon tattoo, and then I have this number 2220, which just signifies balance. It's one of my favorite angel numbers. And then I have an angel on the back of my arm, which I forget about all the time. Probably a lot of tattoos for 3 months, but we're all gonna die anyway. You might as well go out tatted. What's next for Aliyah? Honestly, I'm just taking it day by day. I try not to think too far ahead, even though I probably should, and people are gonna yell at me like, oh, you need to think about your future. If I do, I'm gonna get overwhelmed. How can I think about the future that never gets here? Right, points were made. I'm only 19 years old. I don't know what's next. Like, 20? I don't know what's next. I just take it day by day, honest to God. Have you been feeling better now that you didn't post much on YouTube? It was definitely nice to have a break. I don't know how people have the same careers for 20 years, because I can barely hold one for 5. How has this break from social media influenced you the most? I would say the way that this has influenced me the most is just letting me realize that I need to have a separate life from YouTube, because I realized my worlds were kind of mashing, and that's why I felt so suffocated in the first place, because I wasn't letting myself breathe, because everything was about YouTube. And that's when my problem started. I didn't have a life outside of it, and everything just kind of started crumbling and being attached to YouTube. But in the past 3 months, I've detached it, and it's right back to where I needed to be. It's like that sweet spot where like I can do what I love to do, but also have a life outside of this, to where I feel like I can breathe. Whew, that's a lot. When are you going to start uploading? Maybe I should say in school, I can't read. When are you going to start back uploading regularly on YouTube? Now, nothing specific, just a couple of videos a week, you know, getting back into it. I'm not gonna press myself for strict days, because deadlines and me kind of have beef right now. A deep explanation as to why I didn't want to do YouTube anymore. I never didn't want to do YouTube anymore, but I felt like I couldn't escape it, if that makes sense. Because like I said before, everything was kind of surrounding YouTube. My entire world was YouTube, and that's where the problem started, because when I wasn't doing YouTube, what was I doing? And honestly, that's fun for a lot of people. A lot of people enjoy that, but I couldn't do it anymore because I've been doing it for so long. So I never didn't want to do it. I just needed a break from the suffocating myself type of thing, if that makes sense. Like, I literally did it to myself. Do you think you'll keep up posting, or because of your mental health, you need more breaks? Something I was told a couple months ago in my DM. Somebody told me they don't think that social media is a good thing for me, and I won't last long or whatever, because my mental health, like, I'm not mentally stable enough for this. And that made me think, you're probably right, but you know what? I'm gonna try my best to do so. I do think I can keep up with posting now, just because I've kind of found that sweet spot, like I was mentioning before. I'm always gonna need mental health breaks. Everybody needs mental health breaks. So I guess, and when I need a break, I'll just take a break. Overall, basically what this whole video was for was just to say, I'm sorry for leaving for 3 months with no good explanation, but I definitely needed it. I needed a step back. I needed a break. I needed a breath. And that's what I got. I definitely feel like I've grown a lot since the last time I was on camera. I was talking to my best friend Eber about it a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I don't know how I want to go back on YouTube. Like, it just doesn't feel right, because I feel like I changed so much, and like, what if they don't like me anymore? Like, My thing is, I had to go through that, because I feel like I spent most of my teenage years kind of growing up on camera, and having 3 months where I could just exist and not have to document it was very much needed. Because not to get like, it's not saying that like, oh my god, everybody's watching me, because not everybody's watching me. I'm not that important. Like, I just needed time to like grow without being seen, and go through things and meet new people and have fun experiences without feeling like, oh my gosh, I have to share this with the world. And honestly, it's been fun. I love it here. Regarding just a general channel update, I will say my content's pretty much still gonna stay the same, but it will also have pop out, you know, random videos that you guys probably haven't seen before from me. It's probably just me just experimenting and refining what I love to do. I still love YouTube with all my heart. I love making stuff from scratch. It's so fun to me. I just needed a break. But now we're back. So I will say, July is gonna be a content filled month, and not just for YouTube, I mean for Instagram. Twitter, TikTok, Patreon. I'm so excited to be back. And yeah, that's pretty much the entire video. So please don't screw with me in the comments for taking a 3-month break and basically ghosting y'all. I'm sorry, but I had to work on myself. I don't know. I just feel like more myself than I have in a really long time, and I'm proud of who I am now, and I have a lot of good things going for me. I have a lot of things behind the scenes, and I'm so excited for y'all to see, and I'm just happy to be back. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and turn on those post notifications so you don't miss a single upload, and make sure you follow my socials so you don't miss any of the content that I'll be posting over there. And yeah, that's it for today's video, and I'll see you guys I think on Monday or Tuesday next week. I'll be easy. Stay safe out here. Mwah! Love you the most.